If you watched the Kentucky Derby 4 years ago, may remember that here's a horse that won as a 2-year-old, and he won the Florida Derby, came back and won the Wood up in New York, had a bow tendon doing that, and then at the Kentucky Derby, he was making his patented run coming out of the head of the stretch, and he was flying by a horse by the name of Silver Charm, and damn if Silver Charm didn't just kind of duck out a little bit, cause this horse to have to check. You can see it. I watch that video. It just breaks my heart every time. But you see him have to check a little bit, about a half a stride, and then that was enough for him to just lose that momentum. And then so he was coming by. You can see him. He's coming right by Silver Charm. He would have won. He would have had it. Silver Charm came out just enough to cause him to check. And then he come right back and went after him. And then 2 jumps past the wire, he had it. But the point is, Silver Charm got him by that much. And in the Derby and all the big races, you know, there's some other races there might have been inquiries, but in the Derby it's very, very rare. Something like that would cause the positions to be reversed. I mean, they won't tell you they do, but you just can't understand why, they wouldn't. Yeah, I think there's some of that is done. In that case, I don't think it was done on purpose. I think Silver Charm was starting to get a little, and so they try to veer out, but they're usually on the right lead. I'm sorry, the left lead makes them go off to their right. This horse is 16'2". He's the tallest horse we have in the barn. Look how big he is. Look how deep in the chest. Look, talking about motor. Look at your hip and look at your shoulder. Look at the muscle. Look at the strength. And he just wants y'all to know. He heard what I said about devils. He's good a breeder as devil is. Never had anything on me. Yeah, sure.
They show one time.
Question is, do they? Yes, Alan. Crypto. Question is, do that? You're absolutely right. It is for sure. Do they get out in the field? Yeah, our horses are out 24 hours. We go out. No, they're out every day, 18 hours a day. They go out at night, even in the winter. Now, a lot of farms don't. We do. We turn our horses out at night. They stay out all night, and then they come up in the morning. That way, we're ready to breed shows, ready for shows, and we keep an eye on them, groom them, and spend some time with them. Then they go back out. Horses do better outside, yes.
You have trouble with electric?
Electrical storms, yeah. Lightning, there have been hits, but you know, what are you going to do? You just can't run and hide from everything. And I think you just have to take your best shot. The man went down to the yearling sale and he paid $140,000 for this horse as a yearling. And he took him and he ran him and he won $3.3 million. So, yeah, pretty good return on his investment. Yeah, but then I ain't done. First they take him to stud, staged him for $20,000, bred him to over 100 mares. Can anybody multiply 20,000 100? I can't. That was the first year. Did the same thing second year. Then the first crop of 3-year-olds that he had a grade 1 winner, and everybody went nuts trying to breed this horse, and so then they raised the fee up to $30,000. Bred him over 100 mares at $30,000 each. One man owns this horse. These other horses are syndicated or partnerships. One man owns this horse. This is very rare. Not many horses are like that. So, you know, you did the math on 100 times 20. You can real quickly do the math on 100 times 30. Now, this horse is 18 years old, and you're going to look at him and you're going to think, oh man, he's skinny, so you ought to feed that sucker. Well, let me tell you something. This horse is that way for a reason. He's lost 170 kidneys now. 250. Huh? 250. Is he up to 250 or down to 2? Yeah. Up to 250. Right. He's lost around 250 pounds. Now, what happens is, as horses, like people get older, their circulation, their metabolic rates, and their energy levels start to wane. And that's what happened with him. When that happens, your circulation becomes compromised. And so with a horse, that's serious because let's say a horse has 5 hearts. He's got his internal heart, and then the pumps, the frogs at the bottom of his feet also pump. They have to pump blood back into the circulatory system, up through all that distance of leg to get into the main circulatory system. And if anything compromises that, then you start getting reduced blood flow, the accumulation of toxins, and then you can actually get body areas on the foot rock. That's called founder or laminitis. It's called that. And that happens a lot with older horses, and that's what happened with this horse. He got too heavy on us. Again, the energy in that grass, so we cut that down, cut that back, and they've got some special shoes on him, but keep him thin. He goes out on this walker. He's on the walker exercising, and he does not get turned out in grass. And to him, look at the color to him. He looks fantastic. It's a great breeding machine, and still today he stands for $15,000. So, and we're breeding 100 mares to him. So, that's why you get horses. It's just that easy. Anybody want to sign up?
I could tell he was a little bit older because his fifth leg isn't showing.
Look at the guy. Al, that's good, thanks. Any questions anybody have? That's really all I have.
How old? Whenever they quit breeding.
We'll breed them as long as they can stand up. Literally. I mean, why not? That's why you right? Yeah. But he will. Seattle Slew's 27, and he's got some he's got some neurological problems that he can't stand up. But they think he's going to get some renovation and re-innervation, I should say, so that he should be okay. We have 6 stallions. Any questions? Anybody?
They have Arcanese, whatever they call their legs.
Yeah.
Is that why when they break a leg they have to kill them?
No, that's not why. I mean, basically, you understand that a horse is around 1,200 pounds, 1,000 to 1,200 pounds, maybe 900 to 1,200 pounds. But they've got a bone that's that big, a cannon bone, and if that breaks, they cannot stand on 3 feet for the amount of time it would take that bone to heal. Because see, remember I told you problems with circulation. That foot has to keep alternating, weight on, weight off. So if it's like a dog, you've seen 3-legged dogs, you won't see a 3-legged horse because there's no weight off on that other leg, and so that's the problem. The founder, or the problem with the laminitis doesn't occur in the injured leg. It occurs in the good leg because that's the leg that's supporting all the way. But to answer your question, we just aren't technically. Physically, you're going to take 1,200. If you got 1,200 pounds, you're going to have around 700 pounds on the front, 500 pounds on the back, 60% weight to the front. But of the 7, that's 350 pounds is going to be on that. So you're going to have to split that and hold 350 pounds, and then when they put their weight down, it's going to be 500, 600 pounds. You see? So it just won't hold. So a lot of times, there's like hairline fractures, there's displaced cracks and fractures and so forth that can be fixed. We got 2 fillies down there in the other barn. They got screws in their legs. They just got real mild, little matter of time for that bone to heal. But if it's an absolute compound break, and there's really nothing that science can and probably ever will be able to do with these animals. It's just sad, but that's just the way it is.
How did they do with that filly, or that the foal was dying from something on grass?
Yeah, that was from they call it mare reproductive loss syndrome, and it was the presence of the caterpillars. We don't know exactly what it was, but we know that there were toxins from the caterpillars that caused the problem. Yes.
What's the life expectancy of one of these?
The IRS allows us 15 years. Generally, we expect somewhere around 22 to 25 years. But, like I say, some of them live to be 30, some of them don't get to be 20.
What are they?
I'm going to pick a number, average age, I think it's around 23, 22.
What are they?
Here.
In the water?
In the water, yeah. They'll drink 20, 30 gallons of water a day.